Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ here on the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review. We're going to play a relatively aggressive match in the Z-44 here. Can a torpedo boat lead the charge? You tell me. We're on north. We are down. Never mind. We're top tier. As you can see, the enemy is a Z-44, a Yagumo, a Summer CEs. Not really any gunboats on the enemy team. We have an Adriatico, which is the alpha gunboat, in my opinion. And we're moving out. I gotta tell you, I was watching a bizarre video on something called the Jerusalem Artichoke. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It was just there. I watched it. Even if you like artichokes, don't grow Jerusalem artichokes. They're basically an invasive species that cause bad gas. Unless you're acclimated to eating them or you like boil them in milk or something like that. Anyway, if you love farting, and you want a great survival food, it's called the Jerusalem artichoke. You're welcome. All right, survival tips. Next episode, I'll tell you what plant I found to replace the Jerusalem artichoke. All right, I know that made no sense. All right, we're moving into the Bravo Cap. And it looks like I'm going to be able to take this one uncontested. There are a bunch of battleships sniffing around here, but we are not going to give them a reason to shoot at me. As you know, Z-44 is a sneaky torp boat, and we are going to do sneaky torp boat stuff while not talking anymore about various survival cultivars that you might need in a WROL SHTF situation. All right, there comes some torpedoes from where, I'm not quite sure, but they're so far apart at this point, they might as well not even be there. And of course, if you look at the minimap, you can see my team has totally abandoned me. So I know I'm totally on my own up here. And thankfully, we're going to basically capture this unmolested. All right, just moving around, taking a look at Picardy. All right, solo base cap in the books. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, hey, you should push up and get torps out on Picardy and that cruiser that just got evapped pretty much. And as tempting as that might sound, that is a trap, and I'm not going to do that. All right, first blood is off the board. We're going to hit our speed boost and move towards the Alpha Cap. My belief is one of the destroyers over there, and our job as a destroyer is to spot and kill the enemy destroyer La Foudre with the pirate camo coming into the cap. He got hit with the torpedo and is flooding, and I can't launch more without running into an island, so I'm not going to do that. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Look at all these messages coming in. Let me put that on mute. I cannot be your prom date. Blah, 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 blah. All right. We are moving out. Here is the Ibuki. We are just going to point him out helpfully to our team. And we're going to keep going. And taking a look back at La Foudre, who grounded himself. We did send some torps that way. Maybe we will hit him and start a flood. I don't know. Here they come. We're going to look off our rear periscope. Maybe 2 torp strikes. And we have enabled the quicker reload of our torpedo tubes. Just by being smooth, we managed to avoid torps coming in. And I should have aimed those a little bit better. More torps coming in. We're just going to modulate our speed and avoid those too. And there is Yagumo with a bow on attitude, and we are going to light him up with this German He, which does not do a lot of damage. I think it's just 1,500 AG damage. So we will throw up our smoke screen, and then we will torp into the mist from the mist and be like, hey, a little help. All right, our bow's out of the smoke, was out of the smoke screen. No one is spotted. We are not spotted. We're not spotting anyone. I think my torps are going to miss. And we'll jam on the brakes again. And his torps sail right by. And we're going to back all the way up the island. It looks like we are not. All right. About to get a reload. We're going to send another set of torps into the smoke. We will fade back into our smoke. I'm pretty sure I have more torps than Yagumo in terms of my reload and everything. So we're just going to let those run. Battleship appears to be hiding around the corner of the mountain. Inadvertent dodge. Those look like cruiser torpedoes, just based on the angle they were at. We will send one more salvo out. We dodge. Z-44 makes an appearance. So they had two sets of destroyers in the cap. We get Z-44 lit up. And I think we're trying to go dark and not shoot right now. Oh, we're turning. I'm just ignoring Z-44. We're turning. We get hit there. Don't take a ton of hit point damage. We do get one torp strike on Bismarck. I think I'm not realizing I don't have torps. However, we do get a couple of torps on Z-44, who just blundered into them. Kill number one. All right, we're going to add a couple shots in on Bismarck, trying to catch him on fire. Full salvo out there as we go around the corner of the island. And one more for good measure. Fire, please. There is no fire. Maybe I should have been shooting armor piercing. All right, we're backing up, in theory, once my propulsion is not knocked out. We will think about backing up. Yeah, so, I mean, look, we went into Bravo, took Bravo without much of a fight, went into, is this Charlie? Alpha over here, duking it out with the enemy, leading the way for our team over here. We do have a cruiser back there who's been helping out, but for the most part, we've been doing our job here. Second solo base cap in the books. We killed one of the destroyers, and Bismarck, I think, is about to bleed out here, and we're just going to let him bleed. And then we will reset the match once that happens. Enemy ship 3 ships remaining, blue team 5 ships remaining. We are going to head over to Bravo, and I think one of the 2 destroyers is in Bravo, and we're going to try to take him out. I know that Z-44 isn't a gunboat. It isn't supposed to be doing this, but we are going to lead the charge for our team. Passive gameplay leads this to happen. And nobody else is willing to push except for the Kansas, which ate a bunch of torpedoes for its trouble. Usually just doing a drive-by in the cap. He's dead. 4 ships to 3. The destroyer's in the cap. The smoke screen is there. And I don't have a sonar. All I have is a speed boost and a smoke screen. So there's a Ibuki, pointing him out for our team. Hopefully we can get some fire drawn on him. Probably not. He dropped spot already. And now we are just looking to identify the other destroyer in here. We got 83k damage, so not too shabby. 6 torpedo strikes, 5 floods. and 1 cap defended flag and 1 fire to our credit. And we're just going to remain bow on. And if the point comes, we can safely get some torps out, then I will safely get some torps out. And I'm willing to trade my life for the enemy destroyer's life at this point in the match. All right, moving to the cap. Scraping the side here to avoid torpedoes. I think he's going to be right off our starboard bow, so I hit the edge of the island to dodge torpedoes if there were any. We're going to shoot at Ibuki way off in the distance. Way off in the distance. We're ignoring the destroyer. And then torpedoes start coming in. And thankfully, because we're stuck on the island, didn't have anything to do with this. Unfortunately, all our guns are pointing the wrong way. We get an assisted kill, and we're turning hard, and I'm hoping he would just sail right into my torpedo net. And that did not happen because the second salvo is too far forward. So we're going to creep out of our smoke here. The enemy, or the friendly Adriatico, I have no idea what that guy was doing all match. And you're going to see he's not a good player. Basically, we're going to engage Summers here and just cannot keep up with the quick reload of the American guns. And although we are trying hard, we don't have torpedoes for 25 more seconds, and we are dead as a result. All right, let's switch to a quick class on not how to play a gunboat destroyer, starring the Adriatico. You would think, knowing that there's one destroyer left, the Adriatico would be nosing in on this cap and going to take him out. A mostly full health, by the way, Adriatico. And what is the Adriatico doing? He is steaming away from the cap as fast as he can. He is literally running away and begging for help. Watch closely, because he is not going to capture Bravo. Someone else is. And instead of going to Charlie, nope, let's not flip Charlie. Let's just sail around in a big circle and let a cruiser go and take the cap, because nothing says gunboat destroyer more than running away from the objectives. And I don't know what this guy's name means, but, you know, torps are coming in. We're going to switch to Azuma, a large cruiser, which shouldn't have to go ferret the enemy out of a smoke screen. In theory, your gunboat destroyer should do that. But the gunboat destroyer is busy retreating to the rear of the map. So that is not going to happen either. All right, Azuma looks just like a big school bus floating through the water. So big. Turning to avoid presumably torpedoes. And did the enemy ship leave the cap? I can't tell, but it looks like he is still in there, and this cap is being contested. Adriatico's still hanging out in the back. Oh, sending messages, of course, but not actually doing anything, like killing the last destroyer. All right, Azuma is pushing the issue here. Hopefully any second now the enemy ship will just pop up. I think he may have left the cap. And so we're just waiting for that to happen. Azuma doing his thing, driving in circles. And Adriatico still outside the cap. Solo base cap for the Azuma. And now that the base is capped, now the Adriatico is going to think about going into it. Meanwhile, he could have gone to Charlie and probably be halfway to flipping that right now. Just wanted to point that out. All right, he's still not in the cap, but he's sending plenty of messages begging for help. He's not in the cap. He let the enemy destroyer get on the other side of the cap without being spotted by him. And now his response, after dodging torpedoes that moved in on Azuma, is to throw up a smoke screen, because nothing helps you spot the enemy destroyer more than your own rolling smoke screen, which camouflages your movement, but more importantly, prevents you from seeing anything or anyone. So I really don't know what the Adriatico commander was thinking. The worst part is he had a couple of kills in this match, so I'm sure right now he is thinking, I'm a great destroyer commander. Why didn't these people understand how great I am? All right, here we are on the victory screen. Dev Strike Medal, 87,614 total damage, 6 torpedo strikes, 1 kill, 1 assisted kill, 2 solo base caps, a cap defended flag, and a fire. We ended up with 409,314 silver, over 8,000 ship XP, over 8,500 commander XP in the Z-44. Top of the board, 1 medal, 1 kill, 2918 base XP, leading the way for our team, unlike some of the other ships on the board here. Yeah, I'm sorry, Adriatico. You can have your 2 kills, but I just don't understand what you were doing at the end of that match at all. I don't. And I can say that because I'm number 1 and you're number 5. All right. I think that's going to be it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Love to hear what you think about it. Like, comment, subscribe down below. I will see you next time.